Hello,
guys,
everybody.
welcome to
Welcome to Ghost of Gaming Future.
Hey
guys,
bitch.
welcome to Ghosts of Gaming Future.
Hey guys, welcome to Ghost of Gaming Future, the show that probably has an intro, but I don't remember what it was. It's the show. It's the show where we talk about our game ideas, whether they're from an existing franchise or from our own crazy brains. It was something akin to that. I'm your host. I'm your ghost. I'm your ghost, Riely, here with my co-ghosts, Jason and Daniel. How are you two tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well myself. I'm eating circus peanuts. I got my guitar out of storage today, so I'm having fun with that.
Ooh,
I'm doing pretty fine. I hurt my ears with my new bass amp, and I got my Jolly Rancher shirt on. Let's go.
fancy. Okay, so today should have been a guest episode, but I did not get a guest.
F.
So instead, we've rotated back to me.
Wait, hold on.
And today I come. Yes,
on.
Jason?
We're almost near our year anniversary of being a podcast, and we're on episode 4. Just wanted to mention that, and also rest in peace, Etika.
It's a quarterly podcast, and yes, I can't
Okay, let's
fucking
have a-
believe Etika is dead.
Let's have
I
a moment
was
of silence for
shocked.
Etika. Okay, so we're here to talk about my game from an original franchise this
And then you
not
just
from
hear
an existing
fucking
franchise this time.
straight up fucking.
Ooh.
My game is a side-scrolling platformer beat 'em up entitled Butch the Karate Bulldog.
Ooh.
Karate Bulldog.
So it's
Who
like
is this Karate Bulldog? Is
Butch
it a
the
bulldog that
Karate-
performs karate, or is it
Yes.
Or is it somebody who looks like Bulldog who's named Butch and he performs karate? Because that
Oh,
works
yeah.
better anatomically.
No, it's an anthropomorphic bulldog. This is an anthropomorphic animal world.
Oh.
God, the furries.
So
are
it takes
taking
place
over.
in the Animal Crossing universe.
I was gonna think Sonic, actually.
So anyway,
Those aren't animals, they're Mobians.
this is a
fucking
2D side scroller, a
Listen,
combination.
I'm sorry I don't get into the freaking lore of Sonic and the
Anyway.
anatomy of a hedgehog.
Daniel.
Listen, I have a PhD in Dark Souls lore. You need to listen to my lore right now.
Butch the Karate Bulldog is a anthropomorphic bulldog. He is being trained in the ways of karate by the old bulldog sensei. That's the start of the story.
Does the
He's
old
learning how to
bulldog sensei have a name?
No, he's just called the old bulldog sensei.
All right, cool.
All right. But
So-
I'm sure there's got to be small allusions around him to fucking Mr. Miyagi. There's got to be.
Oh, of course.
Of course, gotta. Can't
Listen to
not.
Okay.
Platforming. Will it be like similar to like Mario?
Yes, it's a combination between like a beat 'em up and a platformer. So it's going to be both similar to like a Streets of Rage type game and a Mario type game. So
Yeah, let's begin.
Butch the Karate Bulldog is being trained by the old bulldog sensei when suddenly there is a cyborg squirrel uprising. And the cyborg squirrels kidnap the old bulldog sensei, and
Okay.
Butch has to save him.
All right.
And that's the plot. That's
Okay, so
All
it's
right,
basically like
so-
another basic platformer.
and it has beat 'em up elements.
Yeah, but like Crash
Add a
Bandicoot or
healing
Banjo
capybara.
Kazooie or stuff like that.
All the healing points are just capybaras chilling in ponds, and when you hang out with them, they just fucking heal you because capybaras are bros.
I mean, like I feel like the healing would be like types of meat and
Oh yeah, that
Like
too.
dog
that too.
food.
But like a full heal, where all the people on the screen could like go into this one spot and heal. Just be like a fucking pond with a capybara sitting in it, just chilling on a
So,
little like back floaty.
the cyborg squirrels want revenge on dogs for chasing and killing their kind for generations upon generations.
Oh shit!
Like, I feel like this would be more fit with cats and birds.
No, that's for the sequels.
Okay.
The first villain is squirrels. So
Okay.
I imagine
You
the
go-
cute cat one might be more movement based than the sequel.
Cats is
Lovely.
for Butch the Karate Bulldog 2.
It's the DLC.
DLC mittens.
They get like more jump height or something.
Yeah, they get more. They can jump off walls.
So basically, Cat Mario in 3D
Yeah,
World.
basically, yeah.
So
Alright,
Butch the
okay.
Karate Bulldog will travel around your basic platformer-esque world. There'll be like a normal, like grassy level, a water level, a lava level.
So, will there be any inventory options? Any
Um,
inventorying or customer
I don't see what
customization?
I don't see why the game would have need for that. The closest thing I can think of is the combos you learn along the way.
Have you ever played Undertale?
I have played some of Undertale, yes.
Okay, you know how the inventory system works.
There's actually live stream archives of me playing Undertale on this channel, listeners.
How
So
about
if you
that?
want to watch it, yeah.
Oh my
Unintentional plug. All right, so in Undertale, you only have two stats that really matter. There's your defense, and then there's your attack. Is it gonna be anything where you just like get an item that gives you a flat buff as long as you have it equipped or anything? I guess is the kind of direction
No,
I
I
was
didn't
going with
really
that
have any
question.
plans for like stats in this game. It's just like a normal beat 'em up.
Well, consider it.
Okay, I will consider it.
Will there be will there be like power-ups like in Mario?
You can get items that will temporarily enhance the damage of your
So
combos.
it's gonna be more like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time.
That is a big inspiration.
No.
It's
Dude, I
Turtles in
fucking love
Time,
that
but
game.
it's Turtles in Time, but it's also a platformer.
That was one of my first 4 video games. Was TMNT 4 Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo.
So anyway, Butch travels around these worlds and fights different kinds of cyborg squirrels. There's like the basic cyborg squirrels. There's the like really buff ones. There's the really
Like
fast
mutant giant ones that are like green and have like glowing green
One
mutant
for each
radioactive
one
cyborg
super
shit.
squirrel for each element.
That'll be like a boss, like a big green, amazingly strong.
No,
one.
you know what? The element thing, Jason, that would be in the sequel because the my prediction is that Riely would
weak to
make
water.
the birds versus cats thing ninja and samurai and Japanese themed.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant dogs versus cats,
So-
and then dogs versus birds.
Ah.
Wait, will cats be weak to water?
They probably would. You can't hold still in water if you're a cat. They can't tread water. That's why they freak out and always swim towards the side. That's the thing.
Basically, it's a basic platformer with a more complex combat than most platformers.
So it's gonna be more like. What is its most similar game style?
The only game I can really think of is that one Power Rangers game.
Okay.
Like,
What system?
I think it was for the Super Nintendo.
What Power Rangers series?
What about the Lion King
Anymorphic.
game? Is it going to be similar to that at all?
I've never played the Lion King game.
Kids.
That's
Fucking
like-
kids.
That was the Dark
But
Souls
anyway,
of
there's a
its
Mighty Morphin
time.
Power Rangers game either on the Super Nintendo or the Genesis that combines beat 'em up elements with platforming elements, and it'd probably be the most similar to
But
that.
yeah, every other Power Rangers themed game did that ever since.
So,
Well, yeah, but
so what
most
you're
of them-
saying is it's Castle
most of
Crashers
them are-
with animals.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
platform? Do you platform in
No,
Castle
wait, you don't.
Crashers?
No, you don't.
Yes, there's platforming. Yeah, there's platforming in Castle
When?
Crashers. There are death pits.
Okay, it's gonna have more of a focus
and
on
I guess
platforming
the
in
water
Castle
level as
Crashers.
well.
Yeah. It has a
Okay.
lot
It's
of cool
gonna have-
platforming elements.
It's gonna have a big focus on platforming. It's basically gonna be Mario, but the combat is more complicated
Okay.
and more rewarding. So, as you go on in your adventure, there are
describe
messages.
Yeah, go on.
As you go on in your adventure, there are messages left for you by the old Bulldog Sensei that will teach you new combos. which you can use on the cyborg squirrels.
So what's the gameplay going to like? First of all, what platform is this going to be available for? If
I'd
you were to
imagine
have
just
it
all-
ideal.
And
I'd
what's
imagine
ESRB
if it were
rating?
if it were to come out today, I'd want it on like all the main consoles and PC, so like Nintendo Switch, Xbox One,
Oh, Xbox.
PS4, and PC. So, Butch the Karate Bulldog. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a good like what the final boss would be, like a very grandiose.
Imagine
Squirrel.
Dr. Eggman, but a squirrel.
Voiced by
How
Johnny
about
Depp.
how about a
Voiced
duo
by
of
Jim
two
Carrey.
ambiguously gay squirrel scientists who both look like Dr. Riely and Dr. Eggman?
I
That's
second
great.
that.
We're totally going with that.
And
So
we got to
yes,
make
we have
Did you say
we got to make them
on
what?
Riley? Did you say great or gross? You cut out for me.
I said great. I said that's great.
Okay, I was
He
about to
said that's
be
gay.
real mad.
Yeah, it's Pride Month. It's illegal to be straight.
Exactly. You can't be straight up Pride Month.
So Butch the Karate Bulldog, he goes on his adventure through levels with like a forest level, water level, fire level,
Water.
and then he eventually makes his way to the final boss, which is the two
So
cyborg
wait,
squirrel
you're
scientists.
telling me that there's a wind level, water level, earth level, and air level, and a heart level?
It's the Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No. The heart level. That fucking Planeteers, Captain Planet.
Oh, Captain Planet. He's a
He's a
hero.
hero.
You turn pollution down to
Yeah, what's the ESRB rating?
I'd say it'd probably be like E10, just a couple like slightly mature jokes, but other than that,
Also,
be kid friendly.
will his swimming animation be a doggy paddle? Because if not, I'm
Better
gonna
be.
punch you.
Of course.
Good.
He
I
should
will-
do one
I
of
will punch
5.
you and then make my dog punch you.
He should do all 5 main swimming styles, depending on just randomness. If you when you jump into the water,
There's like maybe
you should
3
do.
levels
Hold
where
on.
you would swim.
Well-
No. I mean, not in different levels. Just like every time he jumps in the water, one of 5 random ones is chosen.
That's what I'm
it's
saying. There'd
just-
only really like be like 3 levels where water is a thing.
Hold on,
Yeah,
well,
but if you jump from the water to the water, you'd change potential.
guys, remember to hydrate. Riley,
Yes.
Why are you hating?
will there be other dog breed enemies in there, like a Chihuahua or something?
Will there be allies?
No, the dogs are all friends.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
there'd
on.
be dog
But will there be like a
allies.
Meta Knight kind of person in the thing? Like he's the same thing, but he's like some sort of like arch rival.
I think maybe there should be like, oh no, we could have like the squirrel's mind control old Bulldog Sensei, and he could be like the second to final boss.
Okay, cool. So like the squirrels are like the Eggman, but like, is there gonna be another dog enemy that will be like the shadow?
Traitor, like a traitor,
Kinda, yeah.
Not in the first game, I don't think.
or like
no.
Dark
Okay, not in the first
Bulldog,
game. Oh, okay. Dark
Butch,
Bulldog.
Dark
It's just like
Butch,
it just has like black fur.
Anti-Butch.
the Nega Butch.
Butch backwards. What would that be?
Butch Zero.
Yeah, Butch Zero. It's just a mechanized version of Butch that the squirrels made to fight him.
It's just like a really monotone voice. Bark.
And when you smack
Like,
its
it's
helmet
like-
off, it's secretly your master inside of the machine.
It's like a Microsoft.
Oh, that's
computer
good. There's like
voice.
2 stages to the boss. It's like you think it's just like a robot bulldog, and then it's actually old master Bulldog Sensei
Hold on.
in the suit. Yeah.
Can the robot have the voice of like a Microsoft computer? Like,
And if the
voice,
final
like,
hit, if the
Bars
final hit
Bonzi
is to
Buddy?
the head, the ending is him dying. If the final hit is to the body, he lives.
No, I don't think I'd do that. It's an
There's
game.
a good and bad ending.
No, literally, how about you just fail if you hit him in the head at all on his last thing? You just fail the game because he dies and he's important to beating it or something.
No, I don't think I'm that cruel. It's just
Assassin's
one-
Creed style, Ezio did not harm civilians.
I like where this is going.
So anyway,
You got a good idea.
any more?
It's just that development is gonna come.
No, I've done basically my description. Now it's the time where you guys ask me questions and I answer
Okay,
them, so we can keep it going.
so
What's your
on
selling
a
price?
difficulty level from fucking literally a VN to like a linear visual novel is 1, and 10 is Dark Souls Soul Level 1 speed run.
I'd say there'd be like an easy, normal, and hard difficulty setting, and I'd say
Where
like
would they each fall on this
yeah, I'm telling you,
scale?
I'm about to say this. I'd say easy. I'd say easy would be about like a 3, and then medium would be like a 6, and then hard would be like an 8 on that
Okay,
scale.
okay, that's respectable.
I would add like another difficulty that's like maniacs difficulty. That's just like
Nightmare mode.
yeah, it's
Literally
just like
impossible.
you start off the game with 1 health.
What was that one Wolfenstein one? It says like you're fucked or something. Like just straight up says you're fucked. The difficulty level is just straight up you're fucked. I think it's Wolfenstein. I might be.
Hey, what's the selling price of your game?
I thought that was for the end. We're not done yet, are we? I don't think we
No,
have enough content. Yeah.
no.
Well, you said this is time for your questions.
Well, yeah, but like questions that
Okay.
aren't like part of the outro.
Yeah, describe some of the power ups. Describe them.
Yeah.
Well, there'd be like one that makes your moves faster, one that makes your
What would it
moves
be though? Like,
stronger.
what would these be? What would these items be that make you move faster? Like, what are you
I'd
picking up
imagine
that's
you get
making a
like
doggo move faster? Is it crack? Is he just picking up straight up crack pipes on the ground and going faster?
I'm trying to
Is
think
he
of good
picking
like
up a
dog.
scent? Is it just a whiff of dog pee on the other
I just thought
side?
of something. No, I just thought of a really funny thing. Tell me if you think you guys is a good idea. What if it's what if the power up is like a tennis ball that just perpetually flies near the enemies, so he like goes fast to get the tennis ball?
What if it was like Kirby Star Allies? You get dog allies by sniffing their butt.
Oh my god.
See, I think the fast power up will be a tennis ball that like perpetually flies near
What's the
the
strong
enemies.
power up?
I feel like the strong power up would just have to be like
Hook
A
bone.
Kong.
like
A Kong. It's one of those Kong toys.
I was just gonna say like
No, it's gonna be canine cannon. Do you know
No,
what those
make it a
are?
Kong toy and then propose this idea to the company and then get them to sponsor it. And then boom, you have your funding. Call Nintendo.
Lucio, do you know what a canine cannon is?
Isn't that thing where the dog grabs a tennis ball and puts it in the thing for it and then it throws it for you?
Okay, kinda, but like, dude, the immense force it shoots.
Oh,
It
it
could
actually
break.
like plunks it real fucking
It
hard.
could break your teeth.
Oh Jesus.
so
Hey,
should all the
dog.
power ups be tennis ball theme? Is this what we've decided?
That'd be cool. Yeah, like a flaming. You know what? You should also get tennis balls as just like throwable items too.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Like a
I guess.
flaming, like it'd be like Yoshi in
Okay,
Super
let's
Mario World
compromise here,
grabbing
kinda like
grabbing the
throwable.
shell.
The tennis balls
Safe.
would be throwable items, and the I think the fast and strong power ups would just be like fast shoes and like steel gloves.
Everything a
Dogs
dog
don't
can
wear
wear.
gloves and
They
shoes.
could be like steel
What are you
paws,
talking about? Dogs can have those, totally. Don't you know those shoes
steel
made for
paws.
dogs?
Still pause. I was thinking more like how Yoshi's power ups work in Super Mario World, where when he eats a blue shelled Koopa, he can fly, but also when he shoots it out, he can shoot it out. It just shoots out.
Riley,
Shit like that.
Yes.
there'd be like shops where you can buy power-ups. In like the
No, I think
overworld.
they'd just be collectibles like your average platformer. Like sometimes if
So
you like break an
what?
object, it'll be in there.
So you said the combat would be more complex. In what way? Like how many like differentiations of attacks are you getting? Like you said there'd be combos, but like how many buttons are going into these combos? Are there different like attack modes? Can you like
It's not
hit
like a
them?
huge it's not like a fighting game level of complexity. It's just like your average beat 'em up. So I'd say there's like a punch button and a kick button, and you do different combinations of punch and kick.
Oh, okay. So it
do.
really is
Oh,
more like
Castle Crashers.
Castle
Turtles in
Crashers than
Time
for
or
say
Castle.
than per se like Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's like
The,
a Streets
though,
of
if you
Rage.
have ever seen
Right.
the pro meta for Castle Crashers, you will realize there's not much difference between it and Devil May Cry.
Any more questions about Butch?
Will there be eggs in this game?
Eggs?
Yes. Important question.
The
Will there
world
be
I
hub.
eggs?
don't believe there would be a opportunity in which eggs would make sense.
Oh, yes, there is. Squirrels live in trees, as do birds.
Depends. What
Why do you think the
squirrels
birds
don't
are in such
don't lay
dire
eggs.
need? Why do you think the birds are in such dire need of fighting the cats in the sequels? It's because the
Oh
squirrels
shit! I
killed all
just had
their
a good
babies.
idea. I just had a good idea. So,
Did he say?
like,
Did he say
I
eggs
think
are
the plot
good
of this game
because
is that the
squirrels and birds
cyborgs.
live in trees? Squirrels are not.
No. Shh.
Okay, you didn't because multiple people were talking at the same time. I wasn't able to actually communicate the thing I was trying to communicate.
Okay, shush, shush, shush,
If
shush,
you
shush.
I
can
mean,
I
have
just
you
had an
never been
idea.
on this show?
So the plot is that these squirrels are trying to take over the world and defeat the dogs. So I think there could be enemies that are like cyborg squirrels posing as other animals. So it could be like a cyborg squirrel birds and like cyborg squirrel cats.
I don't know. I think it's just easier to have a squirrel push eggs out of the tree at you in a section, so you have to avoid something falling from the ceiling.
You don't think
First
bird
off,
squirrels that drop eggs is a better idea?
No, because the bird squirrel combo thing is weird.
first off, why do you want eggs to be in the game?
Because
Because eggs.
I mean, hey, they go good with
Egg-
rice.
if you know anything about the internet, if you want a game to be popular, it has to have eggs in it in some way, shape, or form. It does. It's true. It's
That's
true.
true. Very
You
sadly.
you
true.
don't name one popular game that has that has no eggs in it, and I will prove to you it does have eggs in it.
I have another question about your game.
Sure.
Will like the main hubs be like dog parks?
That's a great idea.
Will there be
Yeah.
any hubs, or will they just be menu dog parks?
I swear, if it's
I think
just menus,
I
will
was
punch you.
thinking it was just going to be like a world map. Like you go level to level on a world
Like
map.
so, like Mario.
Yeah.
So like Sonic Unleashed.
No,
thinking
not
more
that complicated.
Mario.
I'm talking
No.
like Mario World maps.
No. Have you seen Sonic Unleashed's world map?
Oh
Yeah, you go
It's
through like an
literally-
overworld.
No, it's literally just the whole planet. It's just where the cities are on the planet. It's literally a world. And it's
Sonic Colors did it better.
side-scrolling section where it doesn't stop scrolling, forcing you to scroll. in your
I
game?
didn't really think of that, but yeah, that's a good idea for a potential level or
Okay.
two.
Is there going to be an obligatory flying and gunning level?
I mean, no, because this is a martial arts based game, so there would be no gunning really.
Fuck you.
Every martial artist has an AK-47. Oh, he left.
That's not.
So, Pegasus, here's a question.
Uh-huh.
What are the special accessibility things you'll allow for your game that will help people who have
Motion controls with the
physical
Switch version.
disabilities
I don't-
be able to better handle
I don't
your video game?
understand. I don't understand how to do that. I'm not like
Motion
I don't
controls with
understand
the
how to
Switch
make video-
version.
So usually
Hold
the
on.
main issue that people with mobility issues have when it comes to playing video games is it requires either precision that they don't have because they have a disorder that causes them to involuntarily move, or it's the opposite where reaction time is hindered by either a physical disability which stops them from moving from one button to another easily, or a motor disability that stops them from simply being able to move their muscles with the speed necessary to execute certain things.
Are you
So
a
is
doctor?
there No, I just have a huge interest in
I mean, I
ADA
guess just.
accessibility and stuff like that. So.
I mean, I guess all I can say is play on easy mode. I mean, I don't know what to do.
Actually, oh my goodness, Riley, I can't believe I haven't asked this yet. Is it a 2D or 3D platformer?
Oh,
fighting game?
It's
yeah.
2D. I already
So
said it's 2D.
is it like
platform.
proper 2D or is it like 2D, like 2.5D, like Turtles in Time?
Yeah, I'd say it's like that. You can move like up and down to.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
crap!
Because straight up 2D doesn't really work with a beat 'em up.
So graphics would absolutely
Oh.
have to be what do you call them?
I have
Ghosting?
terrible depth perception. I'm going to die so much if this game was real.
It would basically have to be true 3D in the way it's rendered. It couldn't be, because I'm gonna be honest, nobody liked the old pixel versions of those games. They made the 3D versions, which let the depth perception be better, and they're usually really good.
Honestly,
However, there
I
is also the cave story approach, where you just
My
have enemies
plan-
able to overlap each other.
my plan was just
oh,
to
I'm
have it
so
have the graphics sort of be like a 90s cartoon. So yeah, it would be 2D graphics.
Okay.
so bad with depth perception.
Well, then line up the shadows. That's what you had to do back in the
It's
90s.
why I have so little coins in Mario Odyssey.
All right. So there's your ADA accessibility. So yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Riley, I like your game. I like it.
Thank you.
My girlfriend would probably like it. She loves cute animal related shit. So question. Oh wait, you already basically answered that. Never mind. You said it's going to be E, so it's not going to be really very gory. At the most,
E10.
maybe some body
Yes.
horror.
10
Some
10 is
cartoonish,
E.
cartoonish
Aimed
body
rating.
horror is the max.
I want there to be like clever dialogue, but other than that, it's really tame. So
Yeah. Like the craziest thing you'll probably see is like a giant mutant squirrel.
yes.
Craziest. It'll be like a Ocarina of Time. There's the early releases of the cartridge show actual blood, and
All
the
right, we
late
need
releases
more
show
Yeah.
questions.
green.
Come on, Daniel, you're really good at like thinking of logistic questions.
So what are some of these what are some of these features that would make it E10 instead of just E? What sort of cleverness? Can you give us an example of one of these
Just
like
like
jokes?
Innuendos.
just like SpongeBob or Ren and Stimpy levels of like subtle, dirty jokes strewn out in the dialogue.
So more like referentially adult as opposed to direct.
Hey guys, bird and bee. That's an E10.
All right.
It's too wholesome. Let me spice it up a little.
Oh, duh! I'm a martial arts guy. Why haven't I been asking martial arts questions? What type of karate is he going to be using? Have you done any
Black belt.
research into the karate side of it?
Black belt level karate.
No, it's just generic cartoon karate as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
so it's going to be
belt
like
level
classic
karate.
Flintstones judo chop.
Yeah, like
Black
karate
belt
chops
level
and kicks and
karate, bro.
punches.
Okay.
It's black belt level
Well, there's
karate,
multiple
bro.
different forms of
There's
karate,
black belt
and if you're going to
level
have it be a
karate.
karate game, one of the things you could do that would actually make it really fun and enjoyable for people who already are familiar with karate is you could have all the people who are trying to have combat like use different skills. The squirrels could use like fucking Cobra Kai, and you could use Miyagi Do. Basically, I don't know. It could be something like that.
Interesting. Yeah, if this game does actually go into development, I could do some research into true karate.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. So, what were you mumbling quietly and rudely, Jason?
Oh, I'm just mumbling to myself.
About how
About what?
smelly you are?
Hey, hold on, Lucio. How
It's not
level
Lucio
things
anymore.
are we
Lucio's
playing?
dead.
Don't
Shut up.
correct him. He'll just get used to Daniel at some
Dan
point.
EL. How are you
Yo.
like a black belt in karate?
Okay, so my martial arts history. I was trained by black belt martial artist from Vietnam named James Godot. He was the son of two French people. He learned Muay Thai at a young age, and he taught me in private lessons twice a month for about 4 years.
Oh,
So Yeah, I learned Muay Thai. He also ended up learning Wing Chun because he sought out Ip Man before moving to France and then coming to America after that. And
I don't
Ip
know what
Man
that
trained
means.
him. Ip Man is the guy who trained Bruce Lee in his early days. So
Oh.
obviously it's hard to get to
Ooh.
Bruce Lee, so he went for Bruce Lee's master instead. And he trained Wing Chun under him. And then I took some small training, like about a year's worth of training of both Bagua and of Bagua, and I learned some Tai Chi. And then I took a Jeet Kune Do class, and I excelled in it, and they really liked how I performed. But I'm not really much of a tournament guy when it comes to fighting. I'm more about the practice and the practicality and in the fight. So I don't really go into rings and shit.
Any more questions you guys can think of about Butch?
Um, um Butch. Butch.
And the
Why
ending
Butch?
questions?
Why Butch?
You know, I don't even remember because this character was actually originally conceived on an episode of the biggest podcast I'm on, Pixels, Polygons, and Fun, in which we did an episode about platforming mascots and we made our own platforming mascot. I, I, d- I actually regret the name Butch, but I don't want to go back on it. The name I actually kind of wanted to use was Chop because it's like a
Lamb chop,
karate thing.
pork chop.
Karate Chop and some dogs are named Chop.
But since that was like one of our like biggest episodes, was the platform mascot episode, I decided I wanted to stick with Butch and not go back on it.
If I
Hey,
ever
So
get
Riley,
a male dog, I'd name it Courage.
just so you know,
yes,
Riley, you can
yes,
choose
Daniel.
whatever name for your dog that you want. It doesn't have to be Butch, even if it's related to what you were doing before.
Name it Butcher.
Because we have like our trio of like the platform mascots we created. I really want Gingy and Penguin to come on and talk about theirs because Gingy's was like Louie the biker lion, and
What's the how epic is the ending going to be? Can you describe the ending? Spoil the ending of your game.
okay, so I feel like the ending is going to boil down to the scientists are going to be defeated, and Butch and the master who has been freed are going to force the scientists who have been beaten into a pulp to shut down the cybernetics of all the squirrels. So all the squirrels turn back into normal squirrels, and then they just live happily ever after. But then in the shadows, there's a cat-shaped figure who is yet revealed, and that's
Ooh.
the end of the game.
Dun dun dun. And so the cats versus birds game. I want to discuss that with you a little bit, if that's okay.
That will be. I feel like that would have to be a spin-off title because the second game is Dogs versus Cats. I'm just gonna spoil that right now. Butch the Karate Bulldog 2 is Dogs versus Cats.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were saying that it would be cats versus birds. So I was thinking if
No,
you did the cats versus birds theme, I think
Cats
having it
versus
be like
Birds sounds like Cats versus Birds sounds like a good idea though. Like maybe it's a spin-off title where the main villain from Butch 2 has to take on like a bird army that's trying to take Destroyer.
that's trying to encroach on the cat territory
Exactly.
because the squirrels dropped all their babies onto the ground to try to defeat Butch in the first game. So they're at a loss of their babies because all their eggs got destroyed by the squirrels.
And
And
also
that's
for
how the
Butch
eggs
2,
work.
I'm spoiling a lot of Butch 2. We'll go more in depth on Butch 2 probably the time after the next time I'm doing a game because I don't want to do two Butch games in a row. But also an element of Butch 2 is like I feel like the main character of the spinoff would be the villain's daughter because the villain's daughter is going to be a big thing in Butch 2. It's going to be like kind of like a forbidden cat and dog hero and villain love between Butch the Karate Bulldog and this female cat character who's the daughter of the main villain.
Nice, nice. Okay, what you got to have a spooky level. You gotta.
Oh hell yeah, dude! The cyborg squirrels with like jack-o'-lanterns on their heads.
With what's on their heads?
Jack-o'-lanterns. It's like a Halloween level. There's like
Ooh,
that's
okay.
cool.
Okay, so in this level, you have to do it like Nightmare from Metroid Fusion.
I've
And then
not
the
played
bath.
any Metroid.
Oh man. Okay, so when you go
I'm
to
sorry.
I'm
Wait,
lying. I
what did you say
played
about
a little bit of
Metroid?
Metroid. I played a little bit of Metroid 2 for the Game Boy as a kid, but I never really understood it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Why don't you
Metroid
pick
2
him
is
from the
hard to
circle?
follow on the OG game. Jason, I can't hear you.
Not many people can.
Speak up a little bit. A little,
I'll do my impersonation of a microwave.
All right, so
I'm
Peg.
really hyped to talk about Butch 2 now, and I'm gonna have to wait like fucking 2 years knowing our recording track record.
All right, so
Can we just do like the entire Butch trilogy? Like, how much time do you have, Jason? How much time do you have, Daniel? Can we just do the whole
I have plenty
trilogy
of
right
time.
now?
I do not have much time left.
Okay.
Okay, fine. That's
So my
fine.
question is, so the thing I was going to describe to you is idea. So the final boss of the Halloween stage is going to be real campy and just kind of not scary and then childish. But
The
every
boss-
once in a while, there'll be something really dark that just like flashes in the background, and it's huge. And
Ooh.
it does stuff like it'll shake the lights that are on the stage, or it'll leave cracks in the ground when it runs across the stage in front of you, or even worse, it'll create little pits you have to jump over. And then when you finally get to the end, it's this huge mutant radioactive
I
mechanized
just want to
squirrel.
describe real quick now that I'm thinking about it. I want to describe like my philosophy behind designing Butch villains. Is like it's just trying to be like the most generic thing ever, like on purpose. Like put one one word in front of one animal that dogs hate. Like there's cyborg squirrels, and then next game, spoilers, ninja cats.
Samurai birds versus
Get to
ninja cats in
climb
this in the spin-off.
golem.
Yes, that's perfect. Yes, the spinoff is going to be Ninja Cats versus Samurai Birds.
Which is
Riely.
awesome
I
because
don't
there's
have a-
already a game that's Samurai Cats versus Ninja Birds.
I haven't really thought of what the third villain will be yet. The third villain force for the third game
A
and
third
the
game.
final of the main trilogy.
Obviously, it's going to be the exotic pets.
Oh.
All of them. All the exotic pets you can think of. And
But
then
what
the
would be
ending
like
is
the
just like
word?
a. Huh?
What would be like their thing? Like the cats are ninjas, the squirrels are cyborgs. What would be the exotic pets thing?
Aqualung hero.
Ghost. And the
Yes.
exotic ghost pets. Butch versus the exotic ghost pets.
Can
Haha.
you guys
All right,
hear
guys.
me?
I'm gonna leave it to the comments. If you guys are into Butch and you want me to do Butch, bitch. If you want me to do if you if you wouldn't mind me doing Butch 3 times in a row, let me know in the comments because I really want to talk about Butch 2 and Butch 3.
That's some good shit, man.
You
Some
guys
good shit.
hear me?
No.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Wait, have you
Yes,
been
Jason.
hearing me this entire time?
No.
Oh,
You haven't
good.
said shit. I've been hearing like little tiny murmurs background, but literally
I've been saying some really weird stuff.
yes, you have, and we've just been ignoring it, Jason. We're trying to still ignore it, son. Bam.
Okay, so
I need the
Any
sleep so I can come out
more
less
Will
questions
there
about
be any
Butch?
character that gives Butch a sucker punch? There's a question.
I thought you were about
What
to
do you
say
mean by
something
this?
much more.
Do you know what a sucker punch is?
Like when you punch somebody out of nowhere?
When you punch him into sucker. No, it's when you hit somebody really hard out of nowhere with like a haymaker as hard as you can.
I imagine maybe that
Usually
would
it's to like
happen
the
when
back of the head, or it's like when getting up from the ground and they're not expecting a fight, and you just sort
I
of punch
guess
them.
that would be a really good plot element for when you fight the robot, what you think is a robotic karate bulldog, but it's actually
Your
Jason,
master.
shut up.
What?
Yeah. It's actually your master. So like once you fully break the robotic armor, he like pretends that he's not mind controlled and he's like, "Thank you for freeing me," and then he sucker punches you.
That's
Or
funny.
Punch, that awful movie that came out in like 2016.
My ex really loved that movie. Really,
Okay, so
really
His
love that movie.
I guess we
girlfriend's
can get,
gone.
unless you have any more questions, Daniel, we can get into like the ending proceedings.
I guess we'll have to get to the
Girlfriend's
ending
gone.
proceedings.
Any more questions from you,
Girlfriend's
Jason,
gay.
before we move on?
What?
Are you
Any
high,
more questions
Jason?
from you,
Are you
Jason?
high?
No, I'm just tired of sleep
Okay,
so I
so the
can come
final
out
question
less
that we always
retarded.
ask is, what would you buy this game for? How much would you pay to purchase this
$20.
game? $20? Okay, Jason, that's
Yeah, I'd
harsh.
say-
No offense, but like I'm not a huge fan of platformers. But like, if I were to try and get this one, I'd wait for it to be like $20.
I would have to see how the
Dana?
execution of the platforming and the combat go together before I would be able to know. But
Listen,
it would be a minimum possibility of 15, maximum of about 40.
Riely, there is a way to redeem yourself and have me buy it at full price. If you were to add a Shulk
Mhm.
DLC character.
Of Hank Venom.
Yeah, Hank Venom.
Okay, guys, time to wrap up, I guess. So, Daniel,
Subscribe to
where can our
my
listeners
channel.
find you and your Daniel, where can our listeners find you and your totally not canceled podcast?
Okay, well, I don't have a podcast any longer, but right now I'm going to be on Twitter under the handle AOEUI Dan.
I thought you said you didn't like being called Dan.
Yeah, just trust me. It's not about that. Just go with it.
I'm gonna
It's not
start
about.
calling you Dan now
No,
because you made me
seriously,
scared,
don't.
Dan.
It'll piss me off, and I'll fly down to Florida and I'll punch you in your face and then fly
Okay,
back.
fine. I won't
What's
call you
that,
Dan.
Dan?
I'll punch you too, Jason. Don't think I won't hit someone 12 years younger than me.
Boomers.
Everybody I talk to needs a one-syllable nickname because that's how I work.
Riley, honestly though,
mean-
I'm siding with Mr. Daniel here, and if you call me a nickname that's one syllable, I will drive to your house,
I mean,
open
my
your
name for
door,
you that's
punch
one
you,
syllable is Gel.
will punch you, and then I'll kiss you.
But it's extra gel.
No, it's not extra gel
No, it's
anymore.
not.
It's
No,
just
it's
gel.
not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
But
You're
you
bringing me
said
two
you'd never
cookies.
change it, Jason. You said you'd never change it,
No,
so
no,
it's extra
no, no,
gel.
no. He's no,
You
no, no.
said
He said he's changing his name to Extra Gel, and then he changed it back. But what he said he'd never change was his outro, and then he changed it back.
And
why'd
I
you change-
liked it, but apparently people didn't like it.
Nice. Well, it's just because that I didn't want to go for the full thing because I wanted to type less, not more, in my life. So I just went with the Dan.
Also, Daniel, I definitely need to get you on one of my Reddit videos because I feel like that would have hilarious results
Reddit
No,
video.
not again.
where we look at Reddit posts.
It's gonna take 2 months after recording
Because
for
you're
it to be
horrible.
uploaded. It's not that I'm horrible. It's just that for some
Remember the
reason it
choosing
takes
beggars
forever.
one that you just never did?
Said that it got corrupted, and guess what happened? It got corrupted. But yeah, also the audio it just suddenly cuts out at like 15 minutes every time we do a Reddit video.
We'll see what happens.
Just show less
Sounds like
pictures.
you're mixing up your RAM. You need to save it and then read.
No,
and
it's
then
it's
reopen
not
it.
that.
Yeah,
it's just that when I put it into the editing software, it
the
just
summary
cuts
here
off.
is I just want to start. The summary here is I just want to start collaborating with Daniel a lot more because he's one of the funniest people I know.
Yay! Thank you.
Word one of.
Appreciate that. I'm the funniest fucker you know. I'm a
Get ready,
comedic.
get ready to be forced to edit the podcast we start, Jason.
I'll
I
probably
will
do the
quit.
editing. I'll
Oh, okay.
probably,
Thanks.
if we
Thanks,
do it,
Dana.
I'll probably lead it and do the editing. If I
I have
do.
two. I actually have two podcasts on this channel that just don't get edited. We just put them out.
Jesus, fuck that.
They're Peg and Colo are bored, and Florida Man Starts podcast are just completely raw recordings
Damn.
with a theme song added in the beginning, and that's it through Windows Movie Maker.
What program do you use?
Windows Movie Maker.
Oh.
Jesus, man. What are you doing with your life?
Doesn't make movies.
Yeah, but you can't like do of
That's like saying
anything but
I
like
just set the picture. I just set the picture. I set the one still picture
no.
to play
But
for
hold
like
on,
an
why
hour
is
or
it called
whatever. And I
Windows
add.
Movie Maker? It does not use. It does not make movies.
I mean, you could make movies with it. They'd
it's
just be really
because
shitty movies.
Windows' original thing was the .mov file.
It's true.
And then they did the WMV file, basically the same thing,
I just use
just a
Final
different
Cut
codec.
Pro.
I use Sony Vegas 13.
Oh, fancy schmancy. He says as he uses Final Cut.
Fucking Final Cut. I tried out Final Cut. I don't like the UI as much. I like the way Sony Vegas looks better.
It's a bit
Okay,
weird.
Daniel. Okay, Daniel, is there
Yeah.
anywhere else you can find you on the internet?
Right
Or-
now, that's it. I'm not doing
Okay.
anything else.
New podcast coming soon. Me and Daniel, watch out for it.
Alright.
Jason, where can our listeners
Yeah.
find you?
You can find me at my YouTube channel, Gel. That's lowercase J. That's uppercase EL. Also my Discord, but I mean it's just for my YouTube channel. But yeah, join my Discord server or whatever.
Okay, you can find me on this YouTube channel right here where this podcast is located. You can also find me on Twitter at Pegasus the Game One.
Just in case this is re-uploaded to Dailymotion by some douchebag, you should probably say the actual name.
Okay, so for all you people listening to the unofficial vid.me BitChute upload, I'm Pegasus the Gamer on YouTube.
There you go.
I was gonna start uploading everything I upload to Vanilla, but then Vanilla died.
F. Can't fucking
Were you
believe
actually a
Vanilla.
follower of Vanilla? Do you know about Vanilla?
No. Not at all.
It was a video platform that was designed to fight against YouTube's big stances and like be a free speech, pro free speech
Oh, it
platform.
was one of
Just
the.
now.
It was one of
It got
the.
pretty big. It got pretty big because Monkey Jones gave it a boost, and then they just couldn't afford server costs, so they had to shut down.
That sucks. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you don't follow the money, which unfortunately they're.
I really appreciated Vanilla's vision though, and I was literally gonna
Yeah.
start forcing Jason to upload everything to YouTube and Vanilla.
Jesus. Damn. Well, unfortunately, the
Rather
companies
light
that
myself on
succeed
fire.
succeed for a reason, and the reason usually is because their
They
actions
teamed up.
get
You
them
listen,
the
I'd
resources.
listen, Riely. I honestly probably would upload it to Vova to whatever because I'm still mad at YouTube for teaming up with UMG.
Well, I mean, I was still gonna upload on YouTube because that's the actual popular platform. But I was gonna make you upload to both every time.
That's not that annoying. It's just an upload.
Just have the backup on Vanilla just in case fucking Susan decides that I'm not worthy.
Better
God
yet,
damn it!
unless UMG is like, claim.
Psych. You banned.
Not even
Ugly
close, baby.
monkey goblins.
I'll take the spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah,
I have one more nice thing to say to you, Daniel.
What?
I think my favorite thing that I look forward to whenever we record Ghost is like the hour we talk after we do Ghosts. We always have
be a part
very
of
fun.
that.
Because you have to leave every time because you're a dumb 14-year-old boy who has a bedtime and a mommy.
I don't have a bedtime.
Yeah, you do. Fucking bedtime having ass kid.
It's just that sometimes
I mean,
I
I never had my bedtime officially lifted, but my mom hasn't enforced it in about a year.
At 4 in
So
the morning. Go away. I don't have a bedtime.
That's just because it's summer. You have a bedtime though.
Okay.
so
no, I don't have a bedtime.
I'm just
Other
being
things-
a dick, Jason.
other
Jesus,
things I
it's a
wanna
joke,
plug
not a
no,
dick.
it
Don't take
actually
it so
makes me
hard.
let me
mad
plug
because
let me
people
plug
used
my
to
last
make
two
fun of
things.
me
These are basically my main podcasts are Pixels, Polygons, and Fun and Pokemon Variety Hour. They can be found on like actual audio platforms such as iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. Yeah. And you can find all of my other crazy any other podcast I have that's not on here is probably on
This
the
one's the best
Pixels
though
Falling
because
On.
I'm in it.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to start that Power Rangers podcast with you, but you were like, I don't have time. Blah 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 blah.
Oh shit, Hotep Jesus is on Joe Rogan, guys.
I don't know who either of those people are. Well, I've heard the name Joe Rogan, but I don't know much about him.
How do you make podcasts and not know who Joe
You
Rogan
guys
is?
heard about Joe?
Rogan?
Joe Mama.
Oh, that's
I mean,
not...
my biggest inspiration to start my biggest inspiration to start a podcast was a Pokemon podcast called Blaster
I
Radio.
highly disagree with the Pokemon podcast.
Well, what I think you should do is you should watch at least one Joe Rogan episode, Riely. They do a fantastic job. He's the literal most popular podcast. The most
I
popular.
think this is legitimately like one of the best podcasts I've ever been on.
Like this specific cast or just like this group?
Yeah,
Jason.
Yeah, this one goes to Gaming Future. Yeah.
Okay, so my mission for you guys before the next podcast, guys, I need you to listen to me. You do two things. Jason, you
Yeah?
specifically need to at least get a little bit more Banjo-Kazooie in your life. Okay.
Okay.
He's probably had more than
Can I?
me.
Can I?
I've only had like 10
hold on,
minutes.
Can I just
Pegasus,
make
you as well.
Can I just make a proposition?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to complete Persona 4 first, because that's the game I'm currently playing through.
Wait, we can talk about this after we do the outro, guys.
No. This is important because this next part needs to be on this recording. Jason, Pegasus,
Yes.
I want you both to go out and try some circus peanuts if you haven't had them. They're really good.
I don't even
I
like
love
normal
circus
peanuts, bro.
They don't taste like peanuts whatsoever.
Okay.
They're
I'll
sort of
give 'em
like
a
bubble
try.
gum. Yes.
They're like they're peanut shaped marshmallows that taste like
I don't
banana.
Bubblegum.
Wait. That taste like banana Laffy Taffy.
No,
Hey,
they taste
actually-
like bubble gum.
They do not taste like bubblegum at all. They taste exactly like banana Laffy Taffy.
Okay,
If you
know what?
don't
I might
believe
try
me,
it because
try them
banana
right
Laffy
next to
Taffy
each
is
other.
the only good banana flavored candy.
It is, and it's because in circus peanuts the same reason because they're both flavored after the Gros Michel banana, not the shitty Cavendish.
Wow, I like how we both know our bananas.
Yeah.
Banana science with Daniel.
What happened to those ones? Didn't they like end up getting like
The Gros Michel got affected by Panama disease in, I believe, the 50s.
Oh, yeah, and then everybody just kind of switched to the Cavendish.
Yeah, because the Cavendish was resistant to Panama disease at the time, but we're not so sure anymore because there's a strain that's been affecting Cavendishes. And you know what the problem with the Cavendish is?
I just
The
don't even like.
Cavendish
I just don't like
can't
bananas.
breed on its own.
I just don't like bananas.
I love bananas. Potassium's amazing. There are a lot of
Get your
really
potassium.
good survival food if you ever get stranded in the tropics.
Yeah, definitely. If I got stranded, I'd eat bananas over like coconut.
Dude, I would totally hunt coast crab. Crabs on the coast, bro.
Cool.
Okay, thank you for listening to Ghost of Gaming Future, guys. I've been Pegasus. I've been Riely.
I've been Jason.
This is Daniel.
And we'll see you guys in the next show, which I hope will be next week. But realistically, will probably be like 6 months from now.
Yay. All right.
Daniel, say one more thing before I get rid of Craig.
What?
Just say a sentence, any sentence.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, Cox Johnson, signing off for the night. Thank you, San Diego.
All right, see you guys later.